Okay, so we're diving into some listener submitted material today, and this one is super interesting. It's all about how AI is changing jobs, but not in the robots are taking over kind of way we always hear about.
Right.
This is about brand new jobs that are popping up because of AI.
Yeah, I mean, when we think about the future of work and AI, a lot of times the first thing that comes to mind is, oh no, like what jobs are going to go away?
Right.
But what your sources point out is that as we develop more AI, we also need new human skills and expertise to go with it.
Exactly, and that's what we really want to explore in this deep dive. Like, what are these new AI-driven careers? What kind of skills do you need to get into them, and why should you even care?
Yeah.
So we're pulling from a conversation between a podcast host and an AI researcher today, which gives a really cool perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's just jump right in. What do we talk about when we say AI specializations? Like, are these actual new fields?
Yeah, so what's really fascinating here is that we're seeing the emergence of entirely new job categories that just didn't exist a few years ago.
Wow.
And it's all because of AI, right? These aren't just like little tweaks to existing tech jobs. These are fundamentally new roles, things that we couldn't even have conceived of, a decade ago.
Right, so it's not just like AI doing old jobs faster, it's literally creating new kinds of work.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's get specific. One of the roles you highlighted was AI prompt engineer. What in the world is that?
So think about it like this. You're trying to get the best possible answer out of a really, really smart machine, but it doesn't quite understand things the way humans do.
Okay.
That's where the AI prompt engineer comes in. They're like the AI whisperers.
Huh?
They specialize in writing very specific creative instructions called prompts to guide these AI models, these advanced language AI systems we hear so much about.
Yeah.
And their goal is to get the AI to produce better, more efficient, more accurate results.
So they need to understand how the AI thinks in a way.
Yeah, exactly. It's about deeply understanding how these AI systems process language and then crafting prompts that really unlock their potential.
That's so interesting. It's like they're speaking the language of AI to get what they want.
Yeah, in a way.
Now, another one that really caught my eye was AI ethics consultant, which feels incredibly important with all the talk about bias in AI.
Oh, absolutely. As AI gets more and more ingrained in our lives, we need to make sure that it's being used responsibly, that it's fair and unbiased.
For sure.
And that's what AI ethics consultants do. They work with companies to build frameworks and guidelines for ethical AI development.
Okay.
They're the ones looking for potential biases in the algorithms or the data that's used to train them, and they figure out ways to reduce those risks.
And that's key, right? Because if people don't trust AI, if they think it's biased, then no one's going to want to use it.
Exactly. Their work is all about building trust in AI.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so then there's AI data trainer. We always hear about AI learning from data. Someone has to actually make that happen, right?
Right. So AI models learn by analyzing huge amounts of data, and the AI data trainer is the one who prepares all that data for the AI to learn from.
So what do they actually do?
They make sure that the data is high quality, that it's relevant to what the AI needs to learn, and that it's free of any errors that could mess things up.
So it's kind of like they're teaching the AI, right?
Yeah, you could think of it that way, like they're designing the curriculum for the AI to learn from.
Okay, now shifting gears a bit, we also have AI-assisted healthcare specialist. How is AI shaking things up in the medical field?
It's really fascinating because we're seeing AI being used to enhance what doctors can do, which leads to these new specialized roles.
Like what specifically?
So for example, AI can analyze medical images like X-rays or MRIs much faster than humans can and with incredible detail.
Wow.
The AI-assisted healthcare specialist helps train those AI systems to spot those tiny patterns and anomalies that might be missed by the human eye. They also help integrate these AI tools into the workflow of hospitals and clinics, making sure that doctors and nurses can actually use them effectively.
So it's not about AI replacing doctors, it's about giving them these super powerful tools to work with.
Exactly, and it takes specialized people to make sure those tools are being used right and ethically, of course, in a medical setting.
And then there's this whole rise of autonomous systems technician, which makes sense with more self-driving cars and robots out there.
Absolutely. As we see more self-driving cars, delivery robots, drones becoming part of our everyday life, we need people who can maintain and repair them.
Okay.
And it's not just simple mechanical fixes, it's about understanding the complex software and hardware that make these machines work.
Which makes you think, how are we even going to train people for these jobs that are just starting to exist?
Yeah, that's a big question about the future of education.
Okay, now here's something that surprised me. Your sources mention AI-enhanced creative professional. I never thought about AI in creative fields.
I know a lot of people think that AI is going to replace artists and musicians and writers, but what we're actually seeing is a lot of them using AI to enhance their creativity.
Really?
Yeah, AI can help with generating ideas, automating boring tasks, or even exploring new styles.
Wow.
The AI-enhanced creative professional is someone who knows how to use these AI tools to make their work even better, almost like a collaboration between human and machine.
So it's not about replacing creativity, it's about giving creative people new tools to express themselves.
Exactly.
And of course, as AI gets more powerful, we need people to make sure it's secure, enter the AI cybersecurity expert.
Right. As we use AI for more and more things, especially sensitive information, it becomes a target for hackers.
Makes sense.
AI cybersecurity experts are the ones who protect AI systems from attacks, data breaches, and misuse.
So what are they doing specifically?
They develop special security measures for AI systems, and they figure out how to use AI itself to improve our cyber defenses.
That's why it feels like a constant race to stay ahead of the bad guys.
It's a very dynamic field because both AI and cyber threats are constantly evolving.
So, okay, for our listeners who are thinking this is all cool, but how do I even get started with any of this? What are the skills I need?
So if you're looking to build up your AI skill set, there are a few key areas to focus on.
Okay, lay it on me.
Well, first of all, a basic understanding of AI and programming is super helpful, especially languages like Python, and knowing how to work with software libraries like TensorFlow and understanding machine learning.
Okay, that makes sense for the more technical roles, but what else?
Data analysis and AI training are also really important, even if you're not building AI models yourself. Knowing how they learn from data, how to understand that data, and spot any problems in the training process that's going to be useful in a lot of AI-related jobs.
We talked about AI ethics before, but it sounds like that's important for pretty much anyone working with AI, not just the ethics specialists.
Right. It's becoming essential to understand the impact of AI, how to avoid bias, and make sure it's used for good.
And beyond the technical stuff, are there any general skills that are important?
Adaptability and creativity are going to be huge because AI is changing so fast. You need to be able to learn new things quickly and come up with creative ways to use AI in different situations.
It's like you have to be comfortable with things constantly changing.
Exactly.
And cybersecurity is also important, right? Since we need to make sure these AI systems are protected.
Oh, absolutely. Even if you're not a cybersecurity specialist, knowing the basics of AI security is going to be crucial for anyone working with AI.
Yeah. You know, what's interesting to me is that it seems like AI knowledge isn't just for tech people anymore.
Right?
Your sources mentioned that people in business, healthcare, even the arts, need to understand AI.
Yeah, it's becoming clear that AI is going to touch every part of our lives and every industry. So no matter what you do, having some basic understanding of AI is going to be a huge advantage.
So the big takeaway here is that AI isn't necessarily destroying jobs, it's creating a whole bunch of new ones. And the key is to be adaptable, to learn new skills, and to figure out how to work with these intelligent machines.
Absolutely. It's about seeing AI as a partner and focusing on the things that humans are uniquely good at, like critical thinking, responsibility, and connecting human needs with technology.
So for our listeners out there, we want to ask you, which of these new AI careers sounds the most interesting to you? What aligns with your skills and what you're passionate about?
It's definitely something to think about as you look at the future of work.
And remember that AI is still developing, so new things are happening all the time. Staying informed, being curious, asking questions, that's how you're going to thrive in this exciting new world.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and stay open to the possibilities of AI.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
We'll see you next time.